What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Heel Hookers podcast, episode 51, or is it 2? I'm gonna do this for at least the first 10. Let's fucking go.
Oh, fuck.
But we're back. Yo, come on. I'm not really gonna, but who knows?
You probably would.
I probably will. But we're back.
Yeah.
We got some more shit to talk about. We got UFC to talk about. We got our Tapology picks to talk about. But before we get into all of that, if you enjoy the content, like and subscribe. It always helps out. Maybe drop a comment. Maybe get some people actually watching this thing, get them numbers up. We got one podcast to hit 100 views. Let's get another one, too. Let's go.
Mm-hmm. Let's go.
With that, we got to talk about UFC 294 from Abu Dhabi.
Last podcast, Jimmy started this shit off saying that this could be the best one of the year. And I had to stop him in his tracks because I knew the second they started canceling these fights that this shit was cursed. And boy, was this cursed.
It was cursed. There is no doubt about it. This was I actually think one of the more disappointing pay-per-views of the year.
For sure. In terms of the people and the matchups going into it, how good it could have been, and it definitely disappointing. I'm sure the fucking people at Abu Dhabi that fucking paid shit ton of money to have the UFC have this event there, they're probably pretty damn upset with this card overall too. There's fucking shit popping off in the cage, shit popping off in the fucking crowd. Just terrible decision and just shit. There was just terrible fucking things overall throughout every part of the.
The amount of fouls in this card, holy shit.
that was a very impressive part of the card. To be fair, the fucking prelims were. It was just one fight after another that just feel like everyone saw how no one was getting any points or nothing taken, and they're just like, well, you know what I mean? Let's just fucking go. But God, I want to talk about this, man. I'm so sad. The main event. We got to start there, where we always start.
Islam versus Volkanovski.
Yeah.
2.
The rematch. Volk takes it on 11 days' notice. We talked about it. All the things. All of the not great circumstances for him heading into this. And Islam ends up head kicking him in the first round. Wobbles him crazy, gives him a nasty cut on his eyebrow from it, follows up with some hammer fists on the cage. The one thing with that, how he had his knee placed up on his shoulder, hipping into him and started punching.
That was done.
Yeah, that control was so good to just, even if he was going to recover, he wasn't getting out of there. You know what I mean? It just...
Yeah. Well, yes, he left no room for recovery because that head kick was so clean. Volk was so hurt. And then, like you said, put the pressure in and just blasting away. His head was just bobbling around. He looked pretty out of there.
Yeah. I mean, part of that is because, he was getting hammer fist at the top of the head, and then his shin will hit his, Islam's thigh, and then just up, down, up, down, up, down. Just the whole time.
Yeah, it was nasty. It was kind of sad to see Volk like that.
For sure. It's one of those losses where it's just it's a great fighter just falling from his mountain. You know what I mean? There, I don't know. 30, I talk about the shit all the time. Luke Thomas's good old stat of 35 years old at 170 and under in title fights. Volk literally just turned 35 years old in September. He just turned it.
Yeah.
Just fought in July, absolutely dominating Yair, you know what I mean?
I feel like it's hard to compare those performances. It's not because he turned 35 and the curse is here. It's realistically, he's moving up a weight class. He's fighting coming off of surgery. It's 11 days notice. Islam had an extra 12 hours to rehydrate and went through a full camp, whether it was for someone else or him. He still went, you know what I mean? There were just a lot of factors that went entirely against him for this.
Sure.
Yeah, no, and that's kind of the biggest thing. It's just it was on 11 days notice. He just turned 35. He just got out of surgery. There was a lot of things going on with this fight that are outside of the fighter's control. Staying out on 11 days notice. He even admitted after the fight in the post-fight press conference, May wasn't the best idea, but
yeah. And, like, it just sucks because the post-fight interview just talking about, like, he'll be ready for January. Like, so it just sucks even more because it's like, is he going to further this stat by coming back too early after getting TKO'd like that and going up against Ilya? It's like, you know what I mean? If he actually had time, like, I think that he could do it. But if he's not going to take the time, it's, again, just not really favoring him.
No, yeah, because as soon as the fight was over, you know, before he got on the mic, that's what I was saying. Like, he's got to take time off. Like, you know, we probably should just get Ilya versus Max for an interim title or whatever in January. But I was like, if he ends up coming back, he's getting knocked out from Ilya. And then, yeah, like you said, post-fight just starts talking about it right away. And it's like, bro, come on.
Please.
Don't end up ruining, like, the last part of your, like, you know, high-level career, just, you know, taking dumb fights like this. You know what I mean? It would just be so sad to see.
It would be. It really would be. Because really, that's... Go ahead.
I was just going to say with, like, going into, like, oh, Volk has nothing to lose, it's like, yeah, you know, obviously, it's not... He didn't lose just because of him being 35, but, like, with all of those things going into it, he takes now a fucking head kick KO loss in the first round, moving up a weight class again, you know what I mean? He's not getting a shot at 155 title again, you know, like, who knows if that's gonna even, like, just change him for the rest of his career, just getting finished like that, you know what I mean? Like, it's, it just sucks.
Yeah, it definitely does. Because it's, like you said, if they just did Ilya versus Max and he sat out and then took the winner of that to unify it at some point, like, I think he would just have a much better chance than going against Ilya right in January.
Yeah, for sure.
So I hope he smartens up about it. I hope that was just him just, like, getting dazed and just being like, nah, fuck this, I'll be back. Like, you know what I mean?
I don't know. I genuinely do think with that, unless doctors say that he is not cleared to fight on that January card, he's going to be defending his featherweight title in January.
Yeah.
I just very much have that feeling. Because with, you know, being older, like, and, you know, being the end of his career, like, at the top, even with that loss, he's still just going to think, like, oh, you know, got caught, whatever, but I still got to turn around, I still got to, you know what I mean?
And even then, like, I was saying, like, or you can just postpone that fight with Ilya until March. Like, you don't even, like...
I wouldn't be worst case scenario either.
Yeah, because, like, it's just like, give him a little bit of extra. You don't need to be like, he has to wait on until, like, May or June or something. Like, you don't need to go too extreme with it.
In reality, it would be still good for him, though, you know, like...
No, it would be, but, like, he wants to stay active. It's like, okay, like, 5 months is not bad. You know what I mean? Like, that's a still fairly decent turnaround, especially for a champion.
Yeah, but...
That's a really good turnaround, like...
I guess the thing for me, it's like, he, you know, talking about wanting to be active and do that, it's because he wanted to get that title and be able to defend both titles, you know? It's like, I just feel like now with him, you know, being 35, just getting knocked out like that, I feel like if anything, he should probably just be more concerned with just being able to hold on to his featherweight title and just get whatever defenses left out of it that he can. And I don't think that's going to be by fighting people 2-3 times a year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like best case scenario for Volk is let them do the interim title, Ilya and Max in January, and then fight the winner for, like, International Fight Week in July. You know what I mean?
No, I get that, but, like, I'm just saying, like, I don't see Volk doing that. That's why I'm saying,
he
like...
probably won't. But yeah, so I mean, that's what I'm hoping for him next. But yeah, he's obviously going to defend his featherweight title next. But for Islam, he was doing a whole lot of talking about trying to move up and fight the welterweight winner after this fight. But Dana White, post-fight press conference, not seeming so big on that idea, looking for him to defend his belt for about another year before there's some talks of that. So... it's got to be Oliveira or Gaethje as the next one's up for sure. Who do you guys want to see next for him?
For him specifically, I want to see Gaethje, just because we had the rematch already scheduled. Like, I know it wasn't his fault, but, like, still, You do Gaethje just because it's a new name. It unfucks the division, gets another person out of that like discussion of, oh, are they fighting for a title? You know what I mean? Like, just kind of get that out of there. And Gaethje's already said like he's only on one more run. Like, if he loses this fight, he's retired. He's gonna be out of the division anyway. Like,
no, yeah, exactly. As much as I want to see the Oliveira rematch, and I really want that for Oliveira, it's like, yeah, give it to Gaethje just so that, one, for Islam, it's another name that he's beaten in the top 5 because he has 3 defense, two defenses, but like 3 wins, and it's Charles and 2 against a 45er.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, it would just be good for him to be able to beat Gaethje and get another name. I just really want to see that rematch.
No, I get that.
Yeah, and to your point, for me, that's why it's like I wanna see the Gaethje one next, because like you said, this is Gaethje's last run, so it's like if he loses, he's gonna be out of the division. That's a name gone. You know what I mean? Like, it just
helps things move a little bit.
Exactly. And I don't know. I know Oliveira just got a cut, so it's not like he's super injured, but I feel like just giving him more time for a rematch with Islam, shit, if they want to just end up doing him versus Gamrot or something, you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't be like too mad with that. Like, just get Oliveira in another fight before fighting Islam again. I feel like giving Oliveira more time is only going to favor him in that rematch.
Yeah, but either way, it's between Gaethje and Oliveira.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Dana White saying that I should go to Oliveira, which is just like, it's just
tight.
Because then
it's like, wins it off Oliveira, beats Volk twice, potentially beats Oliveira again. Like, it just is like, bro, you have 2 good names on your resume.
Yeah, and then it's like Oliveira's just gonna go back to beating everyone else in the fucking division, and like he's not gonna get a trilogy. You know what I mean? Like, it.
I wonder if in Dana's head he's just like, Islam can make a quick turnaround because this was just a easy first round knockout for him. Oliveira should be back soon because, like you said, it's just a cut, so it's not like he's seriously injured. And if he wants him to defend it for at least another year, then he can easily get this like early in the year and then do the Gaethje fight sometime maybe later in the summer or later Abu Dhabi. I don't know.
But that's why I don't know. That's why it just sucks about like just not fighting, being able to fight during fucking Ramadan and shit like that. Because it's just like he fights Oliveira in February, and if he wins and doesn't get injured, then it's like, yeah, well, we're still gonna sit out for
Dhabi,
yeah, exactly. It's just I don't know. It's definitely not the greatest scenario, but at the end of the day, getting a fucking first round head kick win over Volk, the greatest 45er right now and one of the best in the world, like that's amazing, man. Like, you got to give it up to Islam for being able to pull that off. He was landing some good kicks to the body early off that left side and then throws it up high. Volk leaned right into it, and it was just a wrap. That shit was beautiful. But all right, that is gonna bring us to the second fight that got fucked up on the card, co-main event. It's supposed to be Paulo versus Khamzat. We end up with Khamzat versus Kamaru Usman, taking it on 10 days' notice, moving up a weight class. And goddamn, this was not the fight I was expecting.
Not even a little bit.
No.
One bit.
The beginning was. The first round was.
Yes and no.
Yeah, because Khamzat gets Usman down pretty early into the round, gets right around to his back, but he just wasn't able to do shit. Like, he was working for, like, some rear naked chokes, whatever, but, like, just wasn't going to, like, big, meaningful ground and pound at all, which I was kind of just, like, I don't know. It just wasn't the same kind of Khamzat performance, you know what I mean?
He did end up 10-8ing him in that round, but it's still just, I definitely understand. But then apparently he thinks he broke his wrist in that first round, so then the rest of the fight, it just wasn't that great. The rest of the fight
was weird.
So, he gets the 10-8 round 1. And in my opinion, I kind of thought that over the next 2 rounds, Usman was just landing the better shots on the feet.
Yep.
And I think Usman 1, 2, and 3, and that fight should have been a draw. Honestly,
I tend to agree. He was landing damage. Like Usman in the third round when he took him down didn't really do anything with it.
Yeah, because it's like Khamzat got like the takedown in the second round too, right? But he just didn't do anything with it.
I'm pretty sure. Wasn't it later in the round?
No, I thought he was stuffing all the takedowns in the second round.
If I can pull up fight stats, I don't know. Yeah. But like either way, it just after the first round, Khamzat you could just tell was being just like way more slow pace. You know what I mean? To be fair, it definitely is good for him overall, not going super ham like that. One thing for sure though is those takedowns. He is shooting from way too far away.
Yeah.
Like that.
He did it a lot of times.
Yeah, every single shot. Like, for the most part, because I'm pretty sure at the Usman got taken down 3 times. I'm pretty sure out of 10 attempts from Khamzat.
No, you got a total of 4 out of 12.
Okay, 4 out of 12. So like when Khamzat would shoot and Usman was just able to not get the grip around him, was able to just move away quick. Like he was doing good at defending it. But as soon as Khamzat just gets his fucking hands around you, you can tell he's so fucking strong in there, man. Like he
got his takedown in every round. 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, I just really felt like Khamzat, especially with a full camp preparing for 185, especially for a big guy like Paulo Costa that he was supposed to fight. Fighting Usman, moving up on 10 days notice, I just felt like he should have been able to do more against him. And I mean, like you said, he said that he broke his wrist in the first round, so that probably is a big factor, but yeah, go for
still, at the same time, like he's actually bulked up to 185. Like you can tell he was actually a 185er, from the pictures of him and shit. And it's just like Usman was moving up 15 pounds from 170. Like I know that's not his walk around weight, but it's not much higher than 185. It's 190, maybe 195.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you fucked up his wrist, that's really hard to deal with,
No,
especially if you're trying to wrestle.
No, it is. I'm not disagreeing with that. It's just even in that first round, you thought he could have done more the way that he was. So that's kind of where I'm coming from is it's
just definitely wasn't the performance we expected.
Yeah.
And I guess that's why it sucks too, because it's in my head, it's okay, he can dominate Usman, you know what I mean? And it's we still could end up not really learning much from it, because it's, Usman's short notice, moving up, all those things. But now it's he doesn't get a great win, ends up being a majority decision, because one judge did score 28-28. And so it's it just wasn't a great performance. Now he's injured, and it's we still didn't really learn much on where he's gonna do at 185. I don't know. If that was fucking Paulo, man, I feel like Paulo's knocking him out that fight if he didn't get injured.
There's a good chance. Khamzat's striking just really isn't good.
That's the thing. Usman was able to just do the things on the feet that I thought he'd be able to do. Just put a jab on him. Just be way more just calm, cool, collected. Just put the straight shots together. He did start swinging some big shots on him third round towards the end of it, trying to just really put it on him, secure that, and that should have been a draw, man. This fucking card.
This whole card.
Just so goddamn frustrating.
And now it's going to be interesting seeing Khamzat fight Strickland next.
Well, if he's injured, they're probably going with Strickland Dricus next, right?
Holy shit, Drake is actually in a title shot because someone got injured.
That's gotta be
I can play for just they have to go to Drakus, which is
if the UFC is smart, they would do that.
Do Do you think they'll really like sit out Sean Strickland until Khamzat's like recovered from an injury and then like they're ready?
Depends on how long the
that'd be so fucking stupid.
What the actual injury is, because if it's like something they could be recovered in within like a month and a half, then they'll just put those two together anyway, and it'll be fine. If it's something that's gonna take 6 months, 8 months to heal, like nah, fuck that.
I don't know how much broken wrist takes.
Well, I don't know. We don't even know if it's actually broken.
Like a month and a half, it'll be fine.
You know what I mean?
Month and a half, but then he's got to again like training and can't like I don't know. He just hasn't been fighting a lot recently.
No, yeah, but like I said, like it all depends on the actual severity of the injury. Because like he thinks he broke his wrist in the first round, we don't know if that's the actual wrist break or not. You see what I'm saying?
Nah, I feel
until we actually know what the injury is, like everything we're gonna say is pure speculation. But if it is something where it's like it is broken, he needs 6 to 8 months to heal, then yeah, put Dricus in there. Don't sit Sean Strickland out.
Nah, yeah, this, it's just not just again not the best case scenario at all.
Nope.
Motherfucking Khamzat, man. I don't know if he's actually ever gonna win a title. He came into the UFC, I was like, this man's gonna be a triple champ. I don't even know if he's winning one belt now. I really think Sean Strickland just might piece him the fuck up. Especially if they end up doing Dricus versus Strickland next, and Sean is able to fuck up Dricus. Bruh, Khamzat ain't got shit for Strickland. Like,
no.
Khamzat just needs to fight more. Needs to build that experience.
There's a chance if they do Dricus versus Sean, Dricus beats Sean, and then we have Dricus versus Khamzat.
Khamzat should just fight Bo Knackle next. Right.
Sure.
Let's go. But yeah, we'll just that's really like depending on where Khamzat's at, we'll like see how everything plays out at the top of that division.
Yeah.
Usman, I don't know, man.
He's old. I'm sure he'll just like do whatever he wants.
That's no, that's what I was thinking. Just a 3 fight skid, not. Yeah, it's kind of just. It is what it is for him at this point. Like, it's not like even if he fought someone in the top 5 of welterweight, he's not getting a title shot off it.
No, yeah, but I guess that's where it's like, where like, would he even?
What do you do with them
after? You know what I mean? It's like. I genuinely don't even know.
No, I know. Like he's in a weird spot where he can kind of just do what he would want. Like he could stay at 185 if he wanted. I don't think he will.
No,
I don't think he will either. But I'm saying he could. Like,
do you think we still end up with like Usman versus Bilal or something?
Maybe.
Potentially.
Do you think he drops in the 170 rankings because of that?
Yes.
Does Khamzat get pulled from the 170 rankings and actually go into 185?
No, he just moves up in the 170 rankings.
Khamzat number 1 contender at 170. Let's go. Give him his title shot. But yeah, so I don't know. We'll see what Usman wants to do. Like you said, he's old, so. But it's not like he took any fucking like real big damage or anything in that fight. He might try and get like. I mean, who knows what his knees actually like, you know what I mean? He did pretty good defending the takedowns and everything.
I don't think he injured his knee.
Yeah, so we'll have to see.
On that one. Here's the thing with Chimaev. Where do you put him in the rankings?
Who cares?
What?
Who's number 5?
They're just going to do what they do.
Marvin.
You bump Marvin. That's it. I don't know. Just go with that. Why not?
Marvin down to 7, Paulo to 5, Khamzat to 6.
Sure. Let's go. But now we get into the first real big bullshit thing of the night. After a fucking long ass layoff for Magomed Ankalaev having the draw in the title fight with Jan Blachowicz, he was taking on Johnny Walker, and Johnny, he wasn't doing his normal wacky shit. He was being very calm, composed, collected, which he was actually doing pretty decent.
I mean, it didn't even go 2 minutes though, so
yeah,
we didn't get to see.
Well, 13 of the first round. It was a little over, but yeah, Magomed gets him down, had him on the cage, and just knees him right in the face.
Yep.
And then it's like, I don't know. I think it was Megan O'Leary talking like after the broadcast. She was saying that I guess like Johnny Walker. He was there, like they were giving him the time. The doctor was like asking him, does he know where he is? And then they were bringing in his translator, and I guess I don't know if she was saying the translator said. I guess Johnny was saying that like he was in the desert or whatever. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It is hard to hear, but the doctor just wanted to stop that shit. That was just such fucking bullshit.
Nah, yeah, because I mean, realistically, he's in Abu Dhabi talking about I'm in the desert. You know what he's trying to say, like. And
it's
desert-y.
not like it's not like you're asking what day is he's saying Tuesday or some shit.
No,
you know what
yeah,
I mean?
exactly. Like it was just fucked up because literally once they the doctor and the ref walked away, he went into the ring hands up like ready to fight, and they're like, no, it's over. And then that's when the shit stirred.
They started trying to go after each other. I guess I missed it like when it like on the broadcast, but I guess he fucking pushed the ref like out of the way.
He like shoved the ref. Just like push. He shoved the ref.
But yeah, it was just terrible. Everyone was fucking angry. Dana White came storming in, fucking yelling at him, like, calm the fuck down. Like, then, things started to get settled a little bit. He's just like, he's like, calm down, we'll get the shit figured out. But, yeah, so it's no contest. Just such a nothing fight. Absolute bullshit.
Which, with this one, I'm also kind of like, it sucks because, I don't think he meant to knee him while he was down, but at the same time, like, that wasn't like some accidental. No, he was trying to knee him, but I just don't know if he thought he was up or not. You know what I mean? Like, it just sucks because, like, it is one of those things where it is like.
That was as much of a knee as Piotr Jan did, brother.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, it almost should have been a disqualification.
I feel like the only reason why it sucks for him is because he was already put in timeout his last fight for going to a draw and then saying that shit on the mic. And then now this, an illegal knee that caused like a mini fight after, the ref got pushed. That's all Magomed's fault. Dana's pissed. He's gonna blame it all on him. You think he goes in timeout again?
Oh my god, don't go in timeout for another year.
No, it's not that bad, but like 6 months.
I say he fights in like fucking June, just somewhere in like fucking Tennessee or something.
I was about to say, how's he gonna fight in like 6 months? 6 months from now, isn't that the start of Ramadan?
Nah, but you think they'll rebook this? Because they should.
Yes.
Yeah.
They should rebook this. Like, who else are either of them gonna fight?
To give Johnny Walker the title shot.
True.
He deserves it. You know what I mean? Right?
Yeah.
Nah, yeah. That's obviously what they gotta do, but yeah, just bullshit.
It sucks.
This is number one bullshit.
Nah, this one really is number one bullshit.
But yeah, so 205 progresses absolutely nowhere with that fight. Now we go back into the 185-pound division, where shit also doesn't progress because this was another fight where a fighter fell out. Ikram Aliskerov was supposed to take on Nasruddin Imavov. Nasruddin pulls out. In comes Warley Alves, who they put a stat on the thing, hasn't fought at 185 since 2014.
Wow.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's crazy.
Great for him. Gets absolutely mollywopped in the first round.
Yep.
Yeah.
I forget. Was it just it was a fucking jab that hurt him at like the first shot that wobbled him, right?
Well, because the first one.
Yeah.
It was a power jab. Then as he went back onto the cage, the flying knee into ground and pound.
Yeah. Bro, Ikram's a monster.
Yeah.
I feel like after this, Ikram had a great performance. Khamzat had a terrible performance. Just do the rematch now, right? The winner of that gets a title shot.
Oh, they won't do that.
I know.
They should do that.
They should. That'd be hilarious. I'd love it. But yeah, no, I think they're gonna rebook him versus Nasruddin.
That's where
That's not a bad move to make either, though.
It isn't. Like,
because it's like if Nasruddin can come back like relatively soon, if he's not super injured.
I forget what it was.
No, it was visa issues. It wasn't.
Right. Okay.
Issues.
So yeah, if they can book it where Nasruddin can make it, Ikram, I'm sure, can have a quick turnaround.
So they rebook it as both their next fights, and it's going to be September in France.
I was about to say, maybe not that long out, but you know, what I'm saying is like, I can place Nasruddin outside of France, but not in like the Middle East, so that might have been the problem.
I don't know. Yeah, if it's not Nasruddin, I just feel like you can't really give him too much of like how you gonna give someone above Nasruddin? You know what I mean?
Yeah, the only one you could maybe argue is Jack Hermanson.
That's honestly the name I was thinking. Like I honestly I was gonna ask if he had a fight booked at all.
I don't think he does.
I wouldn't be mad at all if they did that.
Fought? Was his last fight the Delize loss?
Shit, I think so.
It was.
Yep.
Shit.
Yeah, he's been out for damn near a year now. So yeah, I don't know what he's been up to. Ikram took no damage, so he should be able to get a quick turnaround. So yeah, either Nasruddin or someone else in the top 15. That should be some good fun.
Yep.
Yeah, Ikram's gonna fuck up some people on his way up for sure. I'm excited for this.
Hell
This dude's not even fucking grappling in the UFC. He doesn't even got it yet. He's just fucking people up.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna be great. Is Khamzat gonna be the first one to make him wrestle?
Nope.
Let's wrestle.
Let's go. But yeah, so that was some good shit from Ikram. And now we go into the opening bout of the main card, the pay-per-view. Said Nurmagomedov, no affiliation to Khabib Nurmagomedov, fighting Gafarov. I thought Gafarov would do a little bit better. Maybe just a tiny little bit, you know what I mean? Slightly, maybe at all. But nah.
Yeah.
Minute 13 seconds. Bruh, you can't be leaving your head just out there to be so chokeable against Said Nurmagomedov when you shoot it on a takedown. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That fucking they got it as a guillotine choke. That was a motherfucking ninja choke. That dude is so nasty with it. Cause it was fucking Said Jacob that he hit with it too, right?
They love calling them guillotine chokes.
Yes, I'm just like,
bro, I've seen them call like fucking like what are like Darces or like anacondas like guillotine chokes and shit. Like I don't know what's up with that.
They don't know the difference. They just be calling it whatever they think, you know? Whatever they announce is what they have to put.
Yeah, right.
Did they announce it as a guillotine?
Yes.
Man, that's some bullshit. Let these fucking commissioners do some jujitsu, you know what I mean? Let them learn some shit. But yeah, that...
Well, even like DC and Felder, our commentator, were calling it a guillotine.
They don't know nothing about nothing. DC's a wrestler, Paul Felder's a striker. You know what I mean? What are they gonna know about a fucking ninja choke? Come on, man. But yeah, good shit for Said. That was definitely a way to bounce back after getting dropped from the top 15. I'm just like, I don't know. Because what, Gafarov, he was 0-1 going into this fight in the UFC.
Yes.
Yep.
So it's like, I don't really know where they go with matchmaking for Said after that. Definitely a good way to get back into the one count, though.
Yeah, I don't know where you go with him either. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Like, what can you say? He lost against Jonathan Martinez. Then they give him an 0-1 fighter as a bounce back.
They wanted him to look beautiful. Obviously, they're gonna give him another top 15 guy.
Yeah, and it's
fights for the number 15 spot against Yanez.
That's what I was gonna say.
was about to say Yanez.
That'd be
Chris
fucked up for
Gutierrez.
Yanez. I don't want to see that for him though, honestly.
Yeah. Okay, give him Ricky Simon. Ricky Simone.
What?
He's number 13.
Yeah.
Bruh, Ricky. Well,
Okay, fine. Chris Gutierrez at 14.
I just don't even feel like Saeed should really be fighting in the top 15, honestly.
They're gonna do it.
Let's get leg kicked by Chris Gutierrez too. Jonathan Martinez did that to him. Like, come on, man. Same game plan.
See what I'm saying, though?
He needs another fight before getting back into the top 15. That's what I'm saying.
Like, he looked great against an 0-1 UFC fighter.
Do you know who he should fight if Okay, yeah. He had a scheduled bout against Kyler Phillips. That was honestly.
Yeah, give him Kyler.
That's honestly the name I was thinking. I didn't even know that. I forgot that they were supposed to fight 2 months ago. Yeah. I would definitely like to see that, honestly. Winner of that fight could get a fight in the top 15.
I'd say he fought 2 months ago, so their timelines match up.
Let's go. All right. That's the main card. Now we get into the prelims. This one, I'm very sad about. This one did. As soon as it ended, I just had no good feelings in my heart about this. Muhammad Mokaev ends up getting the submission win over Tim Elliott. 3rd round arm triangle choke. This dude got so lucky. That's all I'm gonna say. I have nothing else to say. Right?
So.
Well, I guess, yeah, because what you have to say is very biased.
I got salt in my wounds.
Because Tim Elliott...
He was doing the damn thing.
I know.
God damn it.
He had Mokaev, kind of locked up, and Mokaev went into a squat position, and his hands were, on and off the ground. Like, there wasn't...
trying.
They wasn't on... You know what I mean? They were very much on and off. And Tim threw a knee, and so the ref wasn't sure if it was clean or not. So called time. Had to go watch the replay. They seen that it wasn't bad, so he gave him the position back. But he was kind of fucked from there. Muhammad was doing that annoying shit of I'm down, I'm up, I'm down, I'm up. My hands are down, my hands are up. You know what I mean? Just trying to avoid being kneed. But then he ultimately just threw Tim over, got on top, and
that was
triangle choke.
And that's the shit that sucks so much because it's like you said with him playing that game, it's just one of those things, man, where it's if you're gonna play that kind of a game,
you should be able to get kneed in the face.
And and you get kneed in the face, you can't be you have to know that's what is gonna happen. Fuck, just, I don't know. That shit just always pisses me off. It's the same thing when someone's in a position they're throwing punches and they turn the back of the head and then they get hit in the back of the head and they're like, oh, they're punching me there. It's no shit, motherfucker, you just gave them the back of your head. It's one of those things where I just hate it. I hate it so much.
One of the best things I've ever heard from a ref ever was the start of Vitor Belfort versus John Jones. John Jones, he'd come out, on his hands and one knee and stuff. Fucking Vitor did not give a fuck, throws a kick, and he just immediately pops up like this, what the fuck, and looks over at Big John, and Big John's play stupid games.
No, but because it's realistically, it's you're fine. You didn't get hurt. You're not put on the ground. You're there, ready, but just putting yourself on the ground to avoid certain shit. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, but and like you said, I forget exactly what it was, but I'm pretty sure it was a duck under, but just fucking got the high crotch on Tim Elliott, literally tossed him right over. Muhammad Mokaev, he is good. He has 100% got to get better with ground and pound and just trying. I mean, he was from that position able to quickly move to the side and grab the arm triangle choke. But it's for the first 2 rounds when he got Tim Elliott down, he literally couldn't do anything. Tim was throwing elbows off his back. He was looking for submission attempts multiple times.
Almost had him in a triangle arm bar.
Yeah.
I really thought he was going to get him with that one.
Yeah, but that was so good of Mokaev to just slam him. And I feel a lot of people probably fuck up too, because with their own force of slamming down, they kind of fall into it more. And I feel he was good at throwing him down, bouncing right back up out of it.
I mean, he threw him down with some motherfucking force too, that.
That's what I'm saying. He really tossed him down and was let me get out.
Yeah, but So that's why it just fucking sucks because it's like Tim on two of the judges' scorecards, up 2-0 going into that third round. He was doing the fucking better work that third round. Bullshit, like just interrupting the fucking, like action and everything. And then it's like, they just go back to their Mikhaev obviously putting his hand back down, just stalling in that position more. And then it's like, he hits that and gets the sub right after. And it's like that's why it just sucks because it's like that was good shit obviously there, like I can't take that away from him, but it's just everything before. I'm just like, man, that was Tim Elliott's fight. He was doing it like Muhammad Mikhaev could not stand with Tim Elliott. Fucking goes out hopping out on 1 foot trying to fucking kick at him like
I was about to say doing the Tim Elliott being Trailer Park Don fucking Cruz. He was doing it. He was winning. Until he wasn't.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know, like, if, I know you've been watching, like, Tim fight for a while, but, like, he looked big in there, like, today.
He actually did look a little bit bigger than normal. And that might just be also because of the way Abu Dhabi and the, rehydration and all that. That just might also be it, because, certain places you don't have as much, and...
Steroids.
Probably. He's old,
look,
let's go.
He said he was going to go in there and cheat, so until the ref told him to stop. Well, there ain't no ref before the fight.
But yeah, so I'm very upset about that one. That's definitely my most upsetting loss of the day for sure. I was gonna say night. This shit started at 8:00 in the motherfucking morning, man. Everything just still feels so fucking off from this.
Yeah.
It's not even 8 p.m. right now.
Yeah, I know.
For me.
But either way, he called out Manel Kape, Kai Kara France, and Amir Albazi.
Yup.
Manel's at number 8, Kai at 5, Amir number 3. You think he should kind of just go in that order, hopping his way up, getting some more experience in the rankings? And since he is only 23 years old, like, that is something to take into account, like, coming against, like, Tim Elliott, you know what I mean? A grown-ass man looking big as hell in there, just, like...
Oh, yeah, 13-year age difference. Tim Elliott,
like,
36.
the experience against him, like...
The thing is, Manel and Kai, I think, are going to fight. I do think that's pretty much booked up. I don't see Amir really taking that fight.
I'd be so fine with that fight.
I'd be fine with it, but
one of them have to lose. That makes me happy.
No, I know. But Amir's probably going to want to fight Moreno, which makes sense. Honestly, if you give Mikhaev, like, a Mateus Nicolau...
Doesn't Nicolau got a fight booked?
I don't think he does.
Maybe not. That wouldn't be bad.
It wouldn't be terrible. Like, it's just, like, with the way the division is right now, like... There are a couple places they are already trying to go. And I know Mateus doesn't have a fight booked. I know Perez doesn't have a fight booked.
I feel like they're going to try and, like... So I feel like they really are going to try and push him. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like he will get... him. Yeah, like,
I mean, Nicolau's still number 6. Like... And that's still a huge jump from 10 to 6.
Mm-hmm.
Undefeated, just, you know what I mean?
No, I know.
Because what he says, he's 5-0 now in the UFC. Like he has been doing real good.
No, yeah, I agree with that. It's just like,
I don't know.
What would Amir get from it that he can't get from fighting Moreno? Especially considering Moreno's number 1. He just lost to Pantoja. He needs another fight. It wouldn't make sense really for Moreno to fight anyone else because Brandon's fighting for the title. He's already beat Kai. I guess Nicolau needs to fight down. So it's like...
I guess it's just hard too because it's just... If Moreno beats Albazi...
I know.
Especially if Royval ends up being Pantoja, we're getting Moreno in another fucking flyweight title fight. You know what I mean?
Even if Pantoja wins, like, they'll probably try and run that back as a trilogy.
That's the only thing that just kind of sucks about that.
No, and I get it, but like...
When are Manel and Kai supposed to fight?
There were talks about it for December, right?
That's what I thought. So, I mean, it's not that far off. Depends on how long Mikhaev wants to sit out. Maybe he could just get the winner of one of them.
Yeah.
That might just be the easiest.
Yeah, we'll see. But I mean, I know he's young, but it's like he's clearly got real dominant top control in wrestling. You know what I mean? So it's he's only going to get better. He's only going to be able to put things together, just add more skills to, or add more tools. You know, just to the arsenal. And if he's able to get a fucking title at like 25 years old or some shit like that, Duke could probably hold it for a good amount of time, honestly.
Yeah.
I was about to say, might be able to rival DJ. I'm not saying surpass, I'm saying rival.
Bro, imagine he beats DJ's consecutive title defenses and gets to 30-0. Beats
That'd be
Habib
insane.
in that too.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking crazy.
Alright, that's my new MMA dream for Mikhaev. Even though, fuck him. He should have lost this fight.
Fuck him.
Tim was so close, man. Just so goddamn close. But yeah, that was good shit for Muhammad Mikhaev, though. Rest of the prelims, though, definitely did not deliver.
There was some good shit, though.
There was some good shit. But overall, like, this card just did not deliver, like, for what it should have been, could have been. You know what I mean? Which ones do you guys want to bring up out of the prelims?
I think the best one to bring up is Mike Breeden versus Anshul Jubilee.
Yeah.
That was so good, yo. Jubilee just like fucking Mike up the first 2 rounds. In the second round, Breeden had this cut over his eye where his skin was literally just hanging down. You could see it flapping around. He was getting touched up, beat up. Like, don't get me wrong, he was definitely landing his own good shots, but in the third round, he came out and he's like, fuck that, I got the dog in me. He barked at Jubilee and then just walked him down, yelling at him and beating him up until he knocked him out 3 minutes on the dot of the third round. Like, at first it was funny, then it was annoying because it was like, okay, bro, you're not winning this fight, you're for sure winning the round, but you're doing too much right now, just go after it, because he would hurt him and then just start yelling at him. He wouldn't follow it up, he wouldn't put extra pressure on him, he would just step back and start yelling, and it's like, do something. And then he did something. He got it done.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, good for him. Like, I was not impressed with Jubilee's performance overall. He was not, like, he was winning, but he was not doing good, if you know what I mean. Like, he just didn't look like what I was expecting him to look like.
Yeah, it's just like, Mike Breeden just got fucking knocked out by T-Rex 2 months ago, you know what I mean? It's like, just kind of thought that Jubilee should be able to go in there and just knock him out real quick. Do have to definitely mention the fact that Mike Breeden did miss weight, was it by like 3.5 pounds or something like that?
Something like that. He weighed in at 159.5.
Yeah, so 3.5.
Yes, came in nice and happy on that one, not having to cut those last bit. Probably a big factor in why he didn't get knocked out.
Not for sure.
But so that's the only rough thing with that. I don't know who got performance bonuses at all.
The performance bonuses went to Islam, Ikram, Saeed, and Muhammad Mikhaev.
Word. No fight of the night.
No, they just did 4 performance bonuses.
Makes sense.
Who do you give fight of the night to?
It's very true. Ginger, what from the prelims do you want to talk about? Were you impressed with? Were you not impressed with? Maybe you want to bring up something bad. I don't know. Whatever you want to.
Let's talk about how Muhammad Yahya loses a decision to Trevor Peak.
First time in history someone's ever done that.
Yeah. I was sincerely surprised by that.
Yes. Trevor definitely worked on his cardio a bit.
He did.
Yeah.
He had to have, because he wasn't dying at the end of the first round, the second round, or the third round. At no point during that fight did he put his hands on his hips. Did he stop to take a break? His hand never went on the fence. Like, he was in there. He was doing good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He definitely took that last loss and was like, shit, I have some things to work on.
Yeah. Instead of just punching hay bales in the field, start pushing them. Worked on that cardio.
To just seeing this man just getting takedowns in the third round. Like, what, he get 3 takedowns in the third round, I think.
Yeah.
That good for him. Bro, Muhammad Yahya, you gotta.
That was not good.
Yeah.
What is going on that year? Fucking.
Yeah, he got 3 of 4 takedowns in the 3rd round.
Yeah, that's not good. You gotta work on some shit, brother. Yeah, he's 29 years old, so he's just getting right into his prime, you know. Yeah, definitely got to work on some stuff. We get shit for Trevor Peek though. Get him back on the winning track.
That was good. He didn't come out like completely wild either. Like he still was throwing a lot, but wasn't like just the second the bell rang, ran out and just started hooking on him, you know?
Yeah.
So
honestly, there's still a couple more things like okay, so quick mention, very sad, Javid Bashara versus Victor Henry. 15 seconds into the 2nd round, kicks him right in the nuts, and Victor just fell face first, like he was in such agony. Doctor was trying to tell him that it was like, oh, you're good. Like
you didn't get kicked in the nuts.
The doctor tonight was fucking off.
Yeah, same doctor with the fucking Johnny Walker and
he really was awful. But it's like that you could tell he wasn't faking that. I've never seen no reaction like that from a nut kick. That's insane. He went and got some, what was it, sonograms afterwards?
Yeah.
Like,
he went to go get from this is straight up from commentary. He went to go get testicular ultrasounds.
Ultrasounds, yeah. Yeah. So
got
that
some
sucks.
ruptured nuts up in there.
Yeah. Something.
So yeah. So
no, there was no faking in that. Like, there is no way you can fake that.
Nah, not one bit. So yeah, just sucks for Javid. Just big prospect, very high on. So definitely don't want to see it end like that. But another thing that I feel like has to be mentioned, bro, Muhammad Naimov. This was just absolutely terrible against Nathaniel Wood.
Yeah, the amount of fouls committed in this fight were ridiculous.
Not even a warning of a point getting taken, or like nothing.
Because it was the first round, he kneed him in the nuts.
First round kicked him in the nuts.
No. It was the first round he kneed him, and then the second round he came out and kicked him right away.
Oh, okay.
And that's was like the clean, real flush one. But then
I remember it. Didn't he knee him in the nuts and then it was to the stomach?
Yeah.
Because
like he threw like 2 back to back before the ref could even come in, so it was right to the nuts and then right to the stomach like afterwards. But then proceeds to like hold on to the cage to prevent takedowns. I'm sorry, what the fuck else did he do?
He was grabbing the cage. And then in like the last 20-30 seconds of the 3rd round, Wood, knew that he was going to lose the decision, started trying to put it on him, and as he was gets him down, started going in for ground and pound. He just started grabbing the glove to fucking hold him in and not let him get off with shots.
Hooking into the glove.
And that was the first time the ref said something, was in the last 5 seconds, hey, let go of the gloves. But just totally prevented him from getting beat the fuck up on the ground. It was just crazy.
Legitimately probably should have been DQ'd at that point. I know it was the last 10-15 seconds, but it's no, done, it's over. You are legitimately, that is the 3rd major foul you have committed in this fight.
Well, you obviously could tell that Nathaniel Wood is a good sport, because just even showing him respect, clapping for him, when they said his name for the win and shit, I would have just been fuck you if he tried coming for it. I'd just be you're a fucking asshole.
Get the fuck out. I'd be walking out with him, and if he tried to come up to me, it would have been a middle finger in his face. No, fuck you. The fuck?
Yeah,
you cheated that whole fucking time. Not a single ounce of remorse and not a single ounce of the ref trying to do anything about it.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Fuck that ref. I'm out.
Yeah. But while we're on the topics of fouls, apparently Abu Azaitar also he kept pulling Cedric Dumas's hair, and he apparently he pulled a braid out.
Yep.
So that's crazy.
Yeah, he the rare occurrence of having to fucking warn a guy to not pull the hair. Yeah, that shit was terrible. Just all the fouls, man, were just insane.
Yeah.
But then you did also have Shara Magomedov making his UFC debut. Definitely seems like not the greatest person, you know. Might be a little bit of an asshole outside of the cage, but he had a pretty good scrap with Bruno Silva.
Hell yeah.
Definitely. He's got to work on some of that grappling. Because he's getting taken down, held down by Bruno second and third round.
You always say the best submission is like a left hand, right?
Yeah.
He was just taking that, or left hook. He was just taking that a bit too serious, because while he was on the ground, and this is how he won the unanimous decision, is that even though Bruno had it, was on top and was controlling him the whole time, Magomedov was just beating the shit out of him from the bottom.
Yeah.
Just landing nasty elbows, just hitting him, just doing way more. So I mean, how you gonna get up when you're just fighting?
Yeah. No, I mean, to be you go.
I was gonna say I agree with that. The problem is then you get into the people who are really good at grappling.
No, I know.
Your Paul Craig's,
he definitely needs to work on it 100%.
You are gonna be.
It's just
they are not gonna have a good time.
He was like, "Fuck trying to get up. I'm just gonna fight you from the back."
He said, "Standing, laying down, it's all the same. I can still punch."
I can kick.
I mean, I did. Wait, was it all 3 judges 30-27?
I believe so.
Yeah. To be fair, I did think that Bruno did do enough on top, landing ground and pound in the second round to win that. I thought that was kind of some bullshit, just him winning all the rounds. Third round, he 100% did enough off of his back compared to Bruno. He had nothing for him. He was so tired.
But I mean, to be fair, even then, it's at least the right person won. I can be more forgiving when they get the numbers wrong.
I guess more for me, it's just the Abu Dhabi commission and everything just going on. It just kind of adds to it to me.
I don't know, because for me in the second round, before he got taken down, he was still beating him up on the feet because he had the last 2.5 minutes of control time, a little bit under that, and Magomedov still outstruck the shit out of him, 43-26 there, he definitely did enough on the feet beforehand, and then on the bottom beating him up compared to what Silva did getting the takedown and punching him a few times.
That's fair. And, like I say, it was because, with my Magomed, he got, a little cut, was just bleeding, from, the elbows and stuff, Bruno on top. It just, in the moment, not seeing the numbers, it just how it was looking, I thought it was 1-1.
Right.
I thought it was 2-0.
Yeah. And, to Ginger's point, either way, right guy won. Good shit for him overall. His fucking lead leg kicks are nasty.
Yeah.
Whether it's to the leg up top, the
question mark kicks, it doesn't matter.
Just whips them things out.
And
absolutely
the majority
beautiful.
of them, it's not even he switches stance beforehand, just right from his stance, just fast and powerful.
Yeah, just no wind up, no, it doesn't have to step off. He's just ready to just launch that thing to anywhere.
Yeah. Bruno just kept switching stances, and you could see by the end of the third round, the back of both of his thighs were just tore the fuck up.
Oh, yeah.
Bruised. Oh, my God.
So, yeah. Great debut for him, though. Yep. Just another great kickboxer, 185, so gotta love it. But that is going to wrap up the UFC card and bring us into our motherfucking Tapology picks. Hooray! No, hooray, boo! Because
I win.
Yeah. It's the classic lineup. Caden first, me in second, Ginger in third. Terrible.
Yeah, this was an awful card.
Really wasn't great.
Yeah.
I mean, I got 8 out of 13 right, which wasn't bad, but I didn't do well at all because, I kept getting the people right. I got 1 perfect, and that's it. No decisions, no semi-perfects. I didn't get none of that shit correct.
Yeah.
I'm in the co-main, I was in second place at that point, and it came down to that. If Volk won, Jimmy and Ginger, it would have been between rounds and how whatever.
Yep.
But I chose Islam, so I got the dub, but it was so fucking close.
Yeah.
I just couldn't switch it to Islam, man. I just had to pick Volk. I had to.
I thought about it too. Me and you were in that same boat where we were thinking about switching it, but didn't.
But yeah, I got 7 picks out of 13 right overall. Terrible. I also only got one perfect. It was the same perfect. Ikram first round KO. Wasn't too hard of a one to guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, just not 400 points overall. That's fucking poopy butternut.
Yeah, I got 450.
I was about to say I got 375, 6 right, 1 decision, 1 perfect.
What was your decision?
Dudikova.
What was the? Yeah,
oh yeah, Dudikova. Yeah, I thought she was going to be able to get the submission. I changed it off the decision, and then she did say that she came into this fight with staff, so that's why she really couldn't grapple or nothing. Also, probably why she missed weight by 0.6 pounds.
I just remembered. Guess who else had staff? Breeden.
Oh, damn, really?
What
yes.
the fuck?
Bro, everyone, I swear, half the people on this card had staff and no one knew about it.
That's crazy.
Paulo got pulled for staff. Judikova had staff. Breeden had staff like...
Yeah, that's wild.
Yo, what's going on out there?
Clean your gyms.
Oh man, but yeah. So not the greatest day in Tapology. It's been a while since we've all kind of done not so great in Tapology. We've been on a good roll overall of getting just solid picks, getting most of them overall. Yeah.
I won, so that's really all that matters.
Fuck you.
Close week.
Fuck you.
No streak for you.
Yeah, but you're losing next week, so it's all right. What is this even?
There is nothing next week.
We
have Francis and Fury.
Yeah, Francis and...
Which, we're not doing Tapology.
Yeah. We're doing Tapology picks.
I'm not.
It's going to be that one fight.
I was going to say, it's just going to be that fight. What do you mean? Like, none of us know anything about anyone else there.
I haven't looked at the card. I don't care about anyone else there. Shit, yeah, so what? Next one's fucking Lewis and...
November 4th. Yep.
Damn, man.
Next week, we got Invicta FC 54 on Friday. We got LFA 170 on Friday. Fury and Ngannou. Cage Warriors 162 on Saturday. And yeah, there ain't really anything.
There's one fight.
Damn, I'm just like...
It's a weird week where everyone is off.
It's like
all the big ones.
Is there like... I don't know what. Do we just maybe do a podcast if something fun happens over the weekend or something?
Sure.
Because it's like there ain't gonna be nothing to talk about.
I mean, we're gonna watch these fights, so...
I know. I'm just like, well, we do 20 minutes of previewing Fury and Ngannou and then talk about a couple of fight news things, maybe. You know?
Yeah, I was about to say, well, there's still gonna be fight news. There's still gonna be announcements. Dana said that there was gonna be announcements hopefully Monday or Tuesday.
Well, I guess we'll wait on that then.
Yeah, we'll see what's going on. We'll figure it out. I mean, I guess the only Kate securing her position further ahead in the draft. She got 2 wins on the card. Islam and Khamzat. All of your fighters that finally fought. Let's go. Only Ginger has yet to have all of his fighters fight.
I swear to God, if Kelvin or Sean pull out, I am going to flip shit.
Sean's getting a staph infection.
He already had one.
Exactly. That's why it's gonna happen again. But yeah, so Kate has dominated this, standing at a 14-6 record. Do you got anyone else fighting this year?
Yeah, Jessica Andrade.
Oh yeah, Jessica Andrade, Armin Benny. They're gonna be fighting December.
Potentially.
Oh, nice.
No, I thought that got confirmed.
That's not confirmed.
I thought it got confirmed.
They're working on it.
Shavkat's fighting.
Shavkat's fighting.
God
damn it.
God damn it.
She could still just push further ahead. This is terrible.
You just have Andrade this year, right?
Come on, Jessica, please. You start good and you end good. It's a rough middle, but you got this. You got this.
Please. Pantoja and
No.
Please win.
Can't happen. Sean Brady's pulling out and Pantoja's getting knocked out in the first round by Raw Dog Brother. But yeah, so Kate's at 14-6. I'm at 9-9, a stellar record. Ginger has an arguably better record at 8-8, 1 draw, 1 no contest. It's definitely a funnier record for sure.
It's more of an MMA record than yours. It's more of a real MMA record. You can't be an MMA fighter without one no contest.
Yo, all of these records are some true MMA records.
True.
I feel like we've seen someone with all of these records at some point.
Yes. Guaranteed.
But yeah, other than that, there ain't really nothing else to talk about. Yeah, there wasn't no other things going on this weekend. So, I mentioned it already at the beginning, but again, like and subscribe if you enjoy it. We got the links in the description for me and Gingy streaming on Twitch. Go check us out. Stream or whatever. Other than that, we'll catch you at some point. Peace out, everyone.
Peace out.
Peace.